In times of economic crisis, customers are indeed more price sensitive, but this doesn't mean they are always only looking for the cheapest option, because trust creates loyalty, and loyalty brings continued custom. But how does this element of trust play out in the insurance industry?
Insurers, historically, and still to some degree now, haven't really been a trusted insurance. Insurance has not been a trusted industry, and at some point it was almost insurers were less trusted than banks. And the reason for that, and to be brutally honest, is because when you're buying an insurance policy, you're buying effectively a 50 to 60 page document. That's what your product is, and you've got to understand, well, what am I covered for? So it's traditionally been quite difficult to understand what you're buying, and therefore there's already that, well, do I trust that they're going to pay out when I make a claim? But the insurance industry has been working really closely with the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, over the last few years, and it has been building out improvements to how we explain to customers more about their product to make sure that it's simple to understand, but also about the price and making it clear what you paid last year and therefore what you're paying now, and make it easier to understand. And so therefore I think the reason why it depends on how good that organization is breaking down the barriers to explain to that customer everything and making sure that customer fully understands what they're buying and why.
What kind of pressure does this place on the customer experience that the company delivers, and what kind of challenges?
Absolutely, yeah. I would say there are three things to consider here. One is around just getting the basics right again. The second is finding opportunities to really do what the customer doesn't expect in a positive way, to find ways to delight that customer. And I think the third point is have your eyes and ears open in terms of understanding what the customer is telling you about their experience. And that's really important in these times. So from a customer experience perspective, all of those things matter. So on sort of getting the basics right, customers want to make sure that their hard-earned pound, that they're going to be, what they see is what they get. It's that Ron Seal moment, isn't it? And that's really important. So, third in that survey amount, the most important things that a customer will consider is ease and simplicity. So absolutely, if you're going to be offering a service, particularly in these times, customer experience, it's all about making sure that you're taking out those friction points and making things easier and simple to deal with. And that's the basics. Then if it's about, well, actually, how can you go over and above and do something to impress that customer? And in insurance, that's, for example, where you have big storm events and you are actually going there to visit the customer and making sure that you're helping them get back on their feet. It's also about prevention and being, how can we provide, for example, kits to help customers make their homes more protective and I suppose prevent flood risk and minimize flood risk, for example, if that happens. So there's a number of things you can do to actually just go over and above. And as I say, the final point is it's about making sure that you're really picking up on those signals that the customer is telling you. And you can do that through your normal channels, through training staff to pick up on signals through telephone, but also there's face-to-face as well. But through voice of customer programs, it's being really clear on actually the sentiment that customers are giving you at that particular point. And it comes back to that pyramid again around, well, actually, what is the service you are aiming for? That transactional excellence, that relationship level. Are customers telling you that, yes, you're simple to deal with, you're easy to deal with, it's fast? Are they saying that, yeah, that staff member I spoke to was really personable and they understood my needs and they understood the situation I was in? So being able to pick up on that, and if you're not seeing that, or if you're seeing signals to the detriment, then you can actually target activity in the business to address that particular need.